Hey, I know I usually don't have conversations on Instagram with people, but I want to have one today. I have been counseling people who've had bad readings with other people. So sometimes people will get a tarot card reading, or they'll go to another intuitive healer and they'll receive messages they don't like. Now, I always like to tell people that energy healers and people who receive messages, you shouldn't take the message completely literally, in that it is figurative. We see images, we hear things depending on the healer, and it's our job to kind of interpret what we are receiving and deliver it. I like to say that I am very compassionate. I cry a lot during readings, but I am also at the same time a straight shooter, and I come at you and I'm pretty direct. But if harder news is received by me that I have to share with a client, I really try to find a way to deliver it in a way that is compassionate, right? Like, I have felt cancer in several of my patients and asked them to please go to the doctor, that something doesn't feel right for me. Depending on the length of the relationship I've had with this client, I will be more direct, about that. I've found heart issues in another client and they went to the doctor a few days later and needed heart surgery. I found cancer in someone, or felt it, who months later contacted me because he didn't understand the pain that I kept feeling while I was looking at him, that I was relaying, but it is where his cancer metastasized in his body. So relaying these messages, of course, it's a huge burden. I don't want to give you bad news. I don't want to tell you these things, and it's hard. But back to the point, I've also counseled people who've gone to see other intuitives or healers and received messages, and they're horrific, and they're cruel, and they're mean. And, depending on the healer, depends on the vibration of the message. So if someone is a lower vibration, they might be connecting to lower vibration energy, and therefore giving you a message that is not for your best and highest good. So if you are a person who got a message that you didn't like, that sucked, that hurt you, that has you feeling scared and anxious, I'm going to tell you that we can just release it. That I highly recommend taking a salt bath, or taking Epsom salt into the shower and scrubbing your body. I know that sounds simplistic, but it is actually an energetic release, and you are going to think that you are going to cut the cords between you and the person who delivered the horrible message, and literally just shake it off you. I'm a really big believer of prayer and meditation, depending on your beliefs or what works for you. And you can also ask for healing, for receiving any messages that weren't for your best and highest good, that have you now in fear or in a bad place, that you asked that your angels and guides come and release you from the trauma and the pain of that message. Another thing to do, my last tip, is I like to set things on fire in a safe environment where you can control it or put it out. I highly recommend you writing a note on a white piece of paper and say, the messages that I received that were not meant for my best and highest good, and that are causing me stress, grief, and whatever else trauma, I release, and they have no ability to inform or manipulate me. And then let's set that on fire with love and light. Because sometimes even a good healer might give you a message that's hard to receive. And there are other healers that just really aren't ethical. Just saying. So I hope this helped, and leave any questions if you have it about a reading that you got. Of course, I can't read you like this, but if you have a question about something that you've heard, or you want to know about how maybe I work as an intuitive and how I use my clairvoyant abilities, etc., and the energies that I tap into, which are always high vibrational, all love, all meant to help you steer your way through harder times so you become happier. Let me know.